Dude, I gotta start watching his streams. He's fucking hilarious. What a meme character.
X's, dude. Why don't you do some real organizing? Well, I did.
I mean,
Oh my God,
maybe I'm an idiot.
Let's go. Hasan is fucked up for reals this time.
Fast. When one day you're getting a stepdad shirt from Elon Musk's baby mother, and then you're getting investigated by the DOJ.
Far-left influencer Hasan Piker might be in real.
God, it was even on the news, right? What the fuck? You really screwed up this time, Hasan. There's didn't Asman predict this? That sooner or later, like, the government is gonna look into what's going on, especially with all this, like, Cuba and stuff. And I mean,
Real trouble for visiting Cuba in March, where he filmed what looks like a propaganda video for the regime.
My goal here today is to bring awareness to what my government, the United States of America, has done to the Cuban population.
Yeah, now federal officials have subpoenaed Piker as part of a wider investigation into violations.
this is serious, guys. I mean, when the government and the feds are looking into you and you get subpoenaed, that's not like a couple of noobs making fun of you, shocking your dog, right? This is like fucking serious.
U.S. laws and sanctions, which prohibits supporting Cuba's communist regime.
You will take it serious when you get the result. You probably
great.
don't get that one-day ban. But imagine, and then how bad does Twitch stand there? Like Dan Clancy constantly defending this guy.
I mean, it's bull. But still not great.
Exactly.
Free me. I can't believe I'm saying that. Seemingly made an example of in America's.
My God, he's nervous.
America. I wouldn't even say creep towards fascism. America's galloping towards fascism.
Hasan just went to Cuba to flex his $5,000 designer outfit to poor people while recording some pro-communist slop for his Twitch stream. But instead, he's actually facing some pretty serious consequences, with the max sentence being up to 10 years in federal prison and a $250,000 fine. And even though
$250,000 fine, dudes. Civil penalty only. Oh my God, this is crazy.
It's more realistically
So
going
much
to be
money.
much smaller than that.
No.
It's still going to be a long drawn-out legal process that might actually discover what else he might be secretly doing behind the scenes, which is probably why he sounds so sad and scared compared to how he usually reacts to law enforcement on stream.
Like a point
Hi,
of contention that could have gotten me arrested.
Thank you so much for the compliment.
And I genuinely, in that moment, was thinking like, these dumbass slop tubers are actually playing with fire.
As this is probably going to be the first time he's faced real
tubers.
consequences for his internet antics. He's been playing socialist revolutionary
Everyone
in his
who doesn't
daddy Dan
agree with
Clancy's
him.
backyard, where no matter what rule he breaks, Twitch conveniently looks the other way. But once he stepped out into the real world, publicly supporting America's enemies and the communist parties of China and Cuba, he's about to learn that Twitch terms of service isn't the same as federal law. As previously,
there's a huge difference between like streamer platform rules, right, and actually breaking a government rules. The one is serious, the one can get you behind bars. What's the worst that can happen on Twitch? They ban you and shut down your channel, right? That's it, but you're still walking free.
he knew he shouldn't go to Cuba.
I did cancel the Cuba trip, yes, because I didn't want to go to prison.
But after he actually did take that trip, he admitted to bringing wads of cash.
Shouts out to the HasanAbi head at TSA that let me pass through without giving me too much grief, as I had wads and wads of cash on me. That was really funny.
Oh, that's not good. Oh no!
I walked through TSA and I got a fat stag on me, just peppering people with just wads of cash for the most part.
Yeah, of course, it must have bribed them. That's not good.
And even acknowledging this might not be allowed.
But he's also like literally encouraging his audience to steal from the rich, right? Because screw them, like just steal from the corporations.
The blockade itself is designed to be invisible. It's a system of sanctions. It's this like bureaucratic nightmare.
Steal from the rich and give to the poor.
Basically renders it impossible for the island to do regular commerce, just like any other country.
And
banks can't take out loans from any other banks. And you, as an American citizen, as a matter of fact, have a lot of restrictions on what you can and can't do, both on the island or if you wanted to even send money. If you have relatives on the island, it's a very difficult process to like directly send cash payments to your relatives as well.
I really don't think this will end well for him, as even if they don't convict him of the first thing, there's probably something he's hiding they'll find in discovery, as there's a reason Hasan's experience in Cuba was so pleasant compared to actual journalists like Nick Shirley.
Yeah, I mean, Nick, he had to literally like run out of there, right? Back to the airport and just like left after just a day. Just like got surveillance by this guy. People were stalking him and it was completely fucking different.
Nearly getting kidnapped.
Weird, right?
Where he had to hide in his hotel, apparently getting stalked by spies, with a 2-star general waiting outside trying to interrogate him, barely escaping with his freedom. It's almost like there's not freedom of speech in communist countries. So when a streamer visits with a beaming review of how Cuba is doing, it's probably going to be accused of propaganda, as this is what the investigation is about.
If Hasan Piker took any type of payment for the propaganda, then he has to register as a foreign agent.
Well, that's another law, but it could apply also in the activities that Hasan Piker's been involved in, because exactly like you said, you know, there could be that you're violating the sanctions. So that's one set of laws. And then another one is that you could be doing influence peddling for a foreign nation. And that's this law where you have to register. So, you know, I mentioned China, and one of the important aspects of this is that there is this tech tycoon named Neville Roy Singham living in China who has pumped $285 million into nonprofits, including one of the nonprofits that Hasan Piker accompanied called CodePink.
And remember, Hasan's China trip had him briefly being detained. So then he fawned over...
Wait, what? Or I never watched his China trip. Actually, like, I don't care for Hasan Piker much, but he got arrested when he was in China.
Read book on communism, basically doing propaganda interviews.
I also wanted to show my audience and the Western world in general that there are a lot of rumors about China. There's a lot of misunderstandings and also just outright lies.
I'm not gonna sit here and claim I understand what exactly makes somebody a foreign agent, but anybody paying even the slightest amount of attention to him knows he promotes anything anti-American. So the real question is this just a grift? Millionaire champagne socialist sitting in his Los Angeles mansion claiming capitalism bad to an audience.
Because people just, as soon as you have an opinion about something, it's a grift.
Of broke losers. Or is he owned by foreign billionaires coaching him towards anti-American talking points? Which honestly, I don't even think those have to be mutually exclusive. As the charges hang over Hasan's head, he can't help but hate on his own audience.
You show me your emotion goes beyond being a Twitter power user that's buddies with Elon's exes. Dude.
You got Elon's sloppy seconds.
Sometimes I welcome rotting for the rest of my life in a federal penitentiary rather than having to deal with long-term community members who have like unbelievably snide remarks even in this moment. Like, what the dude, what? You have to slap me with a backhand and be like, all you technically do is just, you know, hang out with Elon Musk.
Dude, I gotta start watching his streams. He's fucking hilarious. What a meme character.
Exes, dude. Why don't you do some real organizing? Well, I did.
I mean, maybe I'm an idiot, but it didn't seem like that comment was made in bad faith, just because his argument might be inaccurate. Doesn't mean he's against you, but that's just what happens when you're so low self-esteem. Even fans with paid-for subscriptions get met with condescending reactions, as Hasan can't stand to be anything but idolized. As a random anime avatar with 8,000 followers compared to Hasan's 1.6 million, made a comment about Hasan's hotel stay in Cuba, to which Hasan just had to quote retweet to correct.
Oh God. He got triggered. He got called out and then he got triggered. Yes.
The record, to which the original poster laughed at, as Hasan is just signal boosting his own issues.
Yeah.
As vanity is Hasan's own worst enemy. It's basically the only reason he's famous.
True, that's another thing. We're saying he started wearing suits and tie after Shu called him out that he always wore this like lame ass designer t-shirts. And now he's like full on suit and in the blazer. My God, looking so chic.
Is in the first place, but has
Glamorous.
coincidentally been the downfall of his entire career.
Wow.
October 7th is now 7 months ago, but even to today, it's all people talk about. As shocking his dog is what he's most known for, not
True. That's how I got to know him.
his cunning political commentary, not coming in second place next to the Roach King, but just the guy that probably electrocuted his pooch and
Money
kept making
says.
up progressively worse stories that kept getting debunked,
It
then
is. I
refreshing
love
the
money, but
controversy
it
for
isn't
over half a
everything.
year now. And as his career fizzles out, all that political clout he so desperately clung to has now run out. As some people want him to use his connections, the New
What? Clemens, how rude.
York City Mayor Mamdani.
Well, you might need Zoran magic
And
for
we
this
can't
one.
prove
Yeah,
it.
okay, dude. Yeah. I don't think Zoran Mamdani is
Therefore, we
going to
must
be
believe
doing
it.
that anytime soon because
He's
I'm not a
uploaded.
concerning incident
It's
that
true though. I mean, we're in a God. It's all like a carousel, and it's constantly spinning around, and just like look at this, and then it's the Ukraine war, then it's the Iranian war, then it's Hasan going to Cuba, then it's some scam, then VTuber did this and that, and it's constantly like every day there's something.
took place.
But Mamdani's preoccupied doing Twitch streams
It don't
in
make
which he
sense.
gets spammed with male-on-male adult chat. Meanwhile, his subways are flooded. The streets are flooded with literal
It's
garbage,
horrible over
and
there.
you can't escape by airplane as they're blocked by Palestinian activists, with
Oh,
the streets
no.
literally looking like the worst part of a third world country, where machete attacks take place
Hey, this
in
isn't. This not Cuba anymore. Where the fuck is this? NYC gang. This in New York?
broad daylight on scooters as their socialist mayor begs for more of their money.
We cannot close this deficit with savings alone. We need new revenue.
Uh-huh.
And we need a structural reset in our relationship with the
Okay.
state. And to call on all
I get that you need money to fix the problem, but where are you going to get the money from?
I think this is gonna haunt Hasan for quite some time. Even if he slithers out of this, the lawyer fees alone will likely hurt him. As sadly, even if he's forced to register as a foreign agent,
Printing more
it's not like
money.
his audience would turn against him. I honestly think if he came out as a Chinese agent, his fans wouldn't flinch. It would just grant him more
Decoy.
credibility being an actual communist instead of just
Decoy has the
role-playing
best
one
voice,
in his
man.
million-dollar mansion. So if you appreciate my concise, lighthearted commentary on the tragic status that is today's reality, hopefully this
Yes.
one-man operation has earned your subscription and you'll subscribe to Decoy.
Subscribe to Decoy. Do it now, chat. Link is in the video. Video is in the link. No, video link is in the chat. There we go. Thumbs up.